honored to do this today. And this is I put my heart and soul into this, and I want to tell you 3 no-cost ways that I have lived by that I think you can also live by to be a top producing real estate broker and just an all-around awesome person. So one of my sayings is that if you want more, you have to first become more. So I've been a real estate broker for 22 years. I never set out to be a real estate broker. In fact, I went to law school and worked as a commercial litigation attorney in Chicago before moving to Colorado. And during the time I was in Chicago with my husband, we both realized and decided that we were going to use real estate as a way to generate wealth for our family. So in 2002, both of us went and got our real estate licenses. He went on to get his CCIM, and I had a baby. Next slide. After having that's the wrong slide. There it is. After having the baby and moving to a new community, we moved from Chicago to Copper Mountain, Colorado. And that's my little baby. The day after we moved to Copper Mountain, I decided I wasn't going to practice law anymore. And we started to invest in real estate. And one of the things we did is we bought a vacant lot. We built 4 townhome units, and someone had to sell them. And that is how I became a real estate broker. And that is me when selling the 4th townhome with my builder. And I know you love my sunglasses. So that was 20 plus years ago. I've built a business that I'm proud of. And today I'm going to give you 3 no-cost ways and things that I have done to help me become more so that I could receive more. All right, lesson number 1. This is the longest lesson, so buckle up. Work ethic beats everything. You may have heard the quote, "Success is never owned, it is rented, and the rent is due every day." And I'm going to tell you, you should be proud to be sitting in this room today. You've already proven that you have what it takes to succeed in this business. So I went to the internet and I looked up agent attrition, trying to figure out how many agents actually stay in the business. There are numbers all over the board, but I took the most extreme numbers. Next slide. And there are statistics that 75% of agents quit within their first year. We're on the next slide, please. Oh, thank you, Hannah. 87% leave the business within 5 years. Now, I think that our office could probably give us better numbers than that, but I'm just going to use that number to talk about right now. But that leaves 13% of us survivors. And I would argue that grit, hard work, and not giving up is going to show up in all 13% of us. Because in this business, there's no boss. There isn't a job description. You aren't getting a list of tasks that you need to complete and then get rewarded with a paycheck. This is pure entrepreneurial grit. If you don't show up, no one's going to get you in trouble. No one's going to fire you. It's just all up to you. So my first bit of advice on lesson number 1, working really, really hard, is you must, and I mean you must, take 100% responsibility for everything. I'm going to say it one more time. You, not your TC, you're taking 100% responsibility for absolutely everything. This will free you from excuses. All right, now that it's all on you, let's talk about work ethic. You're not just a real estate broker. You're the CEO, CFO, COO, CISO, CMO of your business. You're also a therapist, a mold identifier. You're the cleaner, you're the stager, you're the mathematician, you're the lawnmower. We've all done it, right? We negotiate contracts. We wear so many hats. And with so much to do, what should you work on? What are the things you should work on? And work harder than everybody else to be a pro. I'm going to tell you 4 things that I think you should do and that I did. Number 1, know the market cold. Study the MLS every single day. You guys, we work for a brokerage that provides us with the best data. That is why I'm here, and that is why I came here in 2011. We have the best data. Use it. Learn it. Use ChatGPT if you want to create your own content from the data that we have. But just know the market. Number two, if you haven't done this, or if you're newer and you're working in certain neighborhoods, get in your car and drive up and down every screen. And when I knew I was going to be a real estate broker, I threw him in the back of the truck and put him in his little car seat, handed him a sippy cup and a box of goldfish crackers, and we drove up and down every street in my community. I learned all the subdivisions. I learned what was for sale, and then I was able to go back to the MLS and match it up and understand the neighborhoods before I even had a client. I suggest you do that. Number three, if you're doing showings with a buyer, prepare for them the day before, even going through and doing a dry run of agent previews. Okay, how many times have you been driving down the street and like you're looking at every house and you're looking for the number and you're putting your brakes on, you've got to back up and turn around? No, prepare the day before, go into every single house if possible. When you show up with your clients and you pull into that driveway without hesitation, you know exactly where the lockbox is. And as you're unlocking the door, you say, wait till you see the primary bathroom. They believe in you. You are a professional who knows what you're doing. All right, number four, give value to overcome competitive saturation. All right, if we think about this industry and there's 75 to 87% turnover, that means at least 75% of the brokers out there right now we're dealing with are new and they're trying to figure it out. And it's a very noisy and chaotic marketplace in which to compete when there's a constant crop of new competition. We have to rise above. How do we do that? We give items of value. So if you're just focused on advertising your listing or the picture of you with your clients with the land title home around you, that's not relevant to the potential people who want to purchase. What's relevant to them? Well, the market in their neighborhood. We have that data that we can provide to people. Did you guys know that the Your Castle packets can be branded to you? Did you know that? We do it. We take the Mountain Trends packet and we brand it to us, to my team, with my phone number and my information on there, and it looks like I created it. Thank you, Your Castle, right? So that is, right? That is something that we have a value, both electronic and paper, that we can bring to people. But also, if you're making your Ford calls, you're not asking people, am I still your preferred real estate broker? No, you're saying, hey, I got something for you. We just created the new trends packet. Your neighborhood's in it. Can I send it? Do you want it paper or do you want it electronic? You guys were providing value. I think I have a 20-minute time slot. Okay. Lost my place. Anyway, one of the things I do in my business is to give value, and the way that I receive clients is videos, some YouTube videos that we do. And I'm going to tell you, these are boring. We don't dance. We don't have music. We talk about spreadsheets, but these spreadsheets talk about short-term rental income in the mountains, and people love it. I've received at least 5 buyers from these. So overall, when you create something valuable, you're now not being a salesperson, you're giving back to your clients and you are the expert. My secret sauce, though, is my monthly newsletter. This is a personally curated newsletter that I create every single month, and it includes the information that we've created the month before, along with news articles and along with pictures of fun things I did in the last month. I personally touch my sphere of about 1,000 people every single month with that newsletter. If you ever want to see it, it's on my website. You can see all the newsletters that we sent out. My website's Amy Nakos. I have had a client that read my newsletter for 16 years and then finally bought from me. That's my record, 16 years of reading my newsletter, and he finally bought from me. So those are ways to be the expert and work harder. If you do those things, most of your competition is not doing that. You're going to rise above and you're going to stand out. One caveat or one thing I want to say about this, please do these things with accuracy and intention. Nothing makes me more crazy than misspelled words and sloppy work and bad grammar. We live in 2025. There's spell check, there's grammar check. It just shows you don't care if you don't take care of that. So my takeaway for working really hard to stay in the top 13%, study hard, give value, be intentional, clean up the sloppy, and never treat this like a side hustle. You are a professional. All right, lesson number 2 I want to talk about, master your mindset or be a prisoner of it. I love the author Jen Sincero. She writes, we are going to die and every second counts in our lives, but we tend to forget about this urgency. And we spend our precious time on earth procrastinating, whining, focusing on and believing in thoughts that hold us back instead of getting the job done. So limiting beliefs lie to you, they gaslight you, they hold you back from your potential, and you're only ever going to grow to the level of your beliefs. If you rewrite your programming, you will rewrite your income, you will rewrite your life. So this is a bit of a woo-woo conversation, I understand that, but I think it is so important, and it's something that absolutely shaped me. If you believe that your income or your deals are capped at a certain amount, even if you don't really think it, but it's in your subconscious mind, that's your limit. That's your top. You have to become more to get more. That's your abundance capacity. But how? I feel like I could probably give a seminar on this, for the whole day, but I'm going to start with a simple awareness test. And that is, if you tell yourself, I want to make $100,000 this year, $200,000, $500,000, $1 million this year, how does that feel? You're going to be able to tell pretty quickly whether your being accepts that as truth or whether you have resistance. And if you have resistance, you probably have a limiting belief or a number of them in your subconscious mind, and that's going to be stopping you from getting where you want to go. So if that's you and if this resonates with you, there are countless resources out there. There are books, there are podcasts to help increase your mental abundance. So I wrote an article on this in September of 23 on my blog. This is a screenshot that came from my blog, but if you want to know more about that, on my website, blogs, September 2023. My takeaway on limiting beliefs is that the universe is abundant. You can be, do, and have whatever you want. Within limits, I'm still not Wonder Woman. But unlocking your mental abundance capacity is going to allow miracles to follow. Lesson number 3, your vibe attracts your tribe. I don't have a slide on this one. All right, now we know we need to work really, really hard to increase our ability to be an expert in our market. We're going to increase our mental capacity abundance. And now it's time to show up with confidence, integrity, and class. Because you're going to attract clients, support staff and vendors and experiences that are just like you. Your vibe, your energy attracts the same. And this is the law of attraction. I got a hard truth here. We don't sell anything. We don't own the houses. We don't provide title insurance. We don't lay carpet or put on siding or install roofs. We are middlemen brokers. When you understand that, I hope point number 1 really hits home, that you have to work hard and know your market better than anyone else, because you are an expert guide with specialized knowledge that you have worked hard to gain and maintain. In this business, you're selling you. Your reputation is your value proposition, and it must be protected and preserved by you. And your relationships are your currency. If you're looking to attract luxury clients who rely on your expertise and reputation, how are you showing up? Are you in a suit or are you in flip-flops? Did you shower? That's what I asked my 19-year-old. Did you shower? But people are trusting you as their advisor on an asset that is probably their most valuable asset on the planet Earth. Show up like you can be trusted. Also on the vibe, we're always working. How do you present yourself not only when you're in front of clients, but to the world? I'm not saying you have to have full hair and makeup to go to Costco, but you are going to run into people. And you are representing that you are a top-level professional in your community. Show up that way. But more than outward appearances, it's your inner attitude and energy that are infectious. Well, you can't control the way other people show up. You can control the way you show up. You can control what you say, how you behave, how you interact with other real estate colleagues and vendors and your clients. This is where your vibe is going to pay off for many, many years to come. Be kind, be collaborative, be confident, be the person your grandma would be proud of. As great brokers, you guys, we aren't just smart, we're collaborative, we're responsive, and we have an army of trusted people behind us. And those people are going to be like you because you attracted them and kept them in your circle. In closing, working hard is free. Decluttering your mind from limiting beliefs and increasing your abundance capacity is free. Being kind, generous, considerate, intentional, and attracting like-minded people is free. And these three behaviors and mindsets will create a more abundant life, financially, emotionally, spiritually, and relationally. I'm going to close with a quote by Steve Martin. Be so good, they can't ignore you. Thanks.